know. I think, I also don't know, but I think, but a lot of people are marching. A lot of people are marching. A lot of people, like a lot, dog. When I say a lot, I've seen videos on TikTok. A lot of people are marching. They just want them out. I've seen, like, was it yesterday? Yesterday, yeah. People were clearing out their shops. And that's what I'm talking about. They have shops, they pay rent. Okay, cool. They pay rent at the place. They just came in. And some don't even pay rent. Some just come into a building and then revamp it a bit. And then electricity, bayenzani, nyoga nyoga. Us, ESCOM, it affects us. Then we pay tax to fix that ESCOM. They don't even pay tax. So they don't even have to pay for electricity. So now, hence I'm saying, they're taking up spaces. They're taking up spaces that we should be occupying. Businesses that we should be taking. They should, and guys, what I'm trying to say, all in all, they should be working for us. That's it, not the other way around. We shouldn't be working for Zimbabwean and Nigerian, Malawian, Portuguese, Somalian. No, we shouldn't be working for them. They should be working for us. We should be in the business as the headquarters head, CEO, manager. Then they should be like the employees. But how is it vice versa? Think about that. Think about that. How is it vice versa? They own, we work. No, dog. We own, they work for us. If I go to Malawi, there should be a Malawian boss that is already selling shoes or producing shoes, and then I'm the seller. I can't be a cashier in my country, but then as a manager, COO, CEO is a Zimbabwean. Nah, dog. More Malawians are coming out seeking transport.
KwaZulu-Natal now, where the temporary repatriation site at the old Durban drive-in, where Malawians had camped, officially closed on Sunday. The Malawian nationals are being moved to Musina in Limpopo. SABC News reporter Ayanda Mhlongo is in Durban and joins us live with the very latest. A very good morning to you, Ayanda. So we had heard that the old Durban drive-in would be closing. There were scores of Malawians that were camped there for at least even on Friday. We kept seeing many of them still coming in, and one would have thought the intention was to possibly process all of them until the very last one, but now they've decided that they're going to close the old Durban drive-in and everybody must move to Musina. Talk to us about this.
Fundo, very good morning to you and good morning to our viewers. Yes, Fundo, that had been the plan. As you know, that when the site had initially been open, the eThekwini municipality had estimated that it was going to be open for
Dog,
at least
what you saying? What you saying is what I've been saying, dog. If we're not careful about this, they will be our next colonists. They will colonize us, and that's on black people. So you can't say black on black. They trying to colonize us, dog. Nah, dog. Like if I seek careful, guys, if you're not careful, we gonna be like what I'm saying. How are they CEOs, COOs, and we are the employees? How, dog? Well, if we're not careful, we'll go to a point where they see our CEOs, COOs, managers, supervisors, and employees, and we the cleaners of their businesses in our country. I'm telling you guys, there will be CEO, COO, manager, supervisor, trainer, employees, cashiers, and we will be mopping their businesses in our country. Probably not even mopping. We will be the ones selling in the streets. guys. If we're not careful, it will be a repeat of the white colonization. And also them, but caution, we're coming for you guys. We haven't forgotten. We're just starting. We saw with the white people. And we're not allowing it again. So they can't say black on black when we were the welcoming ones. Now that we want to retaliate, it's like we are the bad guys. No.
14 days. However, the authorities then deciding that on Sunday, which is yesterday, Mfundo, that this site would officially be closed, and that the Malawian nationals would then be moved to Limpopo, to Musina.
And why, when they run, they want to run to our country? There's other countries. Go to other countries, dog. Go to other countries. Balega, Ghana. To show that also Ghana, they don't want them. Also Ghana says we don't want them. Why must we be the savior of all saviors? No, dog, we're tired of being saviors. We also want to be saved and save ourselves and our kids and our next generation, dog.
The repatriation process. So what you are seeing now in your visuals, of course, is still the remaining Malawian.
How many people, dog? These are illegal people. I mean, if you're a legal person, you wouldn't be in this line.
Being loaded into the buses, so the processes of the repatriation is no longer taking place here. And these buses that you are now seeing live in your visuals are now taking those that will still remain here to.
They're even using our transport and our petrol. Okay, I'm kidding. But to be honest, they're using the same way they got into the country, they should leave the same way. Literally.
Operations, if I may put it that way.
They came into the country, but now they knew how to come in, but they don't know how to go. To show the corruption, dog.
Are shifting and are moving to Messina, and that is where the repatriation process will then continue there. It appears, in front, of course, as you know, we are on the eve of June 30th, and there's so much uncertainty as to what might happen tomorrow, given where the site is located. Of course, it has been highly properly secured. There's been a number of police officials that have been deployed in and outside of the center to protect not only the Malawian nationals, but also the officials that have been working inside the center. However, the authorities in Fundo leaving nothing to chance. This site is situated in an area right in the, one would say, the heart of the Durban CBD, and so not wanting to put any of these people here at risk. But the challenge, Fundo, is that we've been here now for a little bit some time, and people are still arriving. They did say yesterday, the authorities did say they are not going to be receiving any new people. But my colleague Raymond Bell is showing us now the people that you see here, they keep on arriving. This group has just been growing now by the minute. People are still arriving in taxis and in buses, being dropped off, hoping that they're going to be able to get into the site and will then, of course, be transported. So at this point, one is not sure what is going to happen now to these people, because they said yesterday that they're no longer going to accept anyone who will be coming here for any form of assistance, and that people need to then find their own way to the...
What I'll say, they're like, no, actually, wait. Are we being finessed? Because why are we taking these people out? Same way you came in, Tamaya. Because how now all of a sudden you don't know, dog. If you have to swim. Hey, dog, if you have to fly. Because now we're using our transport. We could be using all these facilities and all these transport for something else. So now they're seeing and they're coming one by one. The more they're coming. Find your own way, Baba. Find your own way. We must find a way for you. Aye, bruv. I want to. Abak.
Officers of the Malawian High
Bro,
Commission. And so one.
when I tell you that these are not even half, not even half, 10% of how many people are in South Africa that are legal and foreigners.
Point does not know what
That's
is going
crazy.
to happen as these people who are arriving here continue to arrive, hoping that they're going to be able to get onto a bus. But the authorities have been clear, Mfundas, to say that this site is now officially closed. They want it cleared by, I suppose, the latest today to prevent any a situation that might happen tomorrow, given the fact that there's so much uncertainty as what might happen come tomorrow with these mass demonstrations that are expected across the province of KwaZulu, the country, should I say. But the eThekwini, of course, has been identified as a hotspot. We've seen from the deployment of the police officers here in the eThekwini metro, and it's here that we are expecting thousands and thousands of people to gather to be part of the march that has been organized by the civic movement. I'm looking at the numbers, Mfundo. I'm looking at the buses, because that was one of the issues that the authorities had said. It was the question around the buses. They did not have enough buses. Whether or not the buses that they have now, considering overnight, there were about, 50, 60 buses that came here overnight and transported these Malawian nationals.
$50, $60 buses. How much? Let me research. How much does one bus accommodate? How much people does a bus accommodate? Right? Just research that if you think I'm lying about this. I don't know if you guys can see. Do you see? Ish. See, now I'm pressing. Do you guys see that? It says 10 to over 80 people. Minibus 10 to 28. These are not minibuses. Standard couches hold 30 to 60. And double decks hold 60 to 80 plus. Let's say 80. Right? Let's do the calculation. 80. 80 times. Did she say 50?
We're not too sure. It came considering overnight, there were about 50, 60 buses.
50, 60 buses times 50. That's, mind you, that's 4,000 people gone already. Only gone. Guys. And look how many are.
That came here overnight and transported these Malawian nationals. We're not too sure at this point, given the numbers. And I wish we had a lens wide enough for you to see as far to the end
Nigga,
of this
what?
particular site, that you're just seeing one side. On the as further as, to the end of the site, there's still more people there. So it's going to be a long day, as the officials will be working around the clock to try and ensure that these Malawian nationals who are here are moved safely and quickly to Musina, and for their safety. As I've said, Funda, the biggest issue here is that
This is why, like, shit is so expensive. There's too many mouths to feed. There's too many mouths to feed. You tell me 4,000 people only went 4,000. Only. And there's still more coming.
authorities are uncertain as to what might happen tomorrow. And so for their safety, they need to be moved to a safer place. And Musina has been identified as a safer area for them. Fundo?
I suppose many would say they can't fault authorities for making the call to say, let the repatriation center now be in Musina, Limpopo. It's, of course, closer to the border, if you will. But the concern becomes that if they're stating with certainty or adamant at this point that they will not be accepting any more Malawans, are they then certain that between Sunday and this morning on Monday, the message actually trickled down to a number of them to quickly make their way to this old Durban drive-in? Because those people probably don't have the means to get to Musina. So they're not...
Why? Ganchan. How do you have the means to come to a country but not the means to get out of the country? Just to show that illegally. Because if they had the means, this wouldn't be a thing.
Amenable to some sort of an idea that perhaps they can continue to bust people out even tomorrow, because police will also be there, and perhaps more police can be deployed to just that repatriation center where they allow for citizens to protest.
I'm just thinking about my barber. My barber. I'm not lying. Yeah, it's hard to change a barber. You see, everyone can go. Just not my barber, please. Like, can we just keep him? That's it. Only him. That's it. The rest can go.
Those anti-immigration protests to continue, but for people who come here to also continue to be bussed to Limpopo, that is not an option.
Yeah, absolutely, Fundo. I mean, you raise a very important point, and I think that's the issue, and that's the challenge. I mean, on the side of the Malawian High Commission, the representative that we've been speaking to, they had hoped and they want to see every single Malawian who comes here, who is seeking assistance.
Look at these people, dog.
That they need. Of course, as you correctly mentioned, Fundo, that some people might not have
No, nigga, no. How exotic shopping, Johnny, nigga. Who's gonna come out here for less than $50? Because let's be honest, the South African Angeke, he won't come out here for $50 or less. That's the thing. These people have their disadvantages and advantages. That, you see, if they were good girls and boys, then we would have allowed them to stay. But now they, nah.
To be able to
just my barber, dog. I'm just saying my barber. No one else. Because,
outside of Durban, outside of KwaZulu-Natal. And so this became...
And I can't even cheat on my barber. Even the times I cheated on him, he said, now you can cheat on me. You know, because he's like, Ish, I get where you're coming from. I allow you to cheat on me. But I've never just said, okay, I'm just going to cheat on my barber and never tell him. No, I don't cheat. So only when it's like, oh, Ish, let the other guy cut you. That's how he made me cheat on him. So now I'm replacing. It's not even cheating. Now I'm replacing. That's even worse, dog. Please, guys. Only the barbers, and you guys. The nail techs and the, you know, but no, black girls can do, you know, nail techs you can learn. Don't say it's not the same. Don't it's not the same with cutting hair. And you can't learn to cut hair with my hair, with my trim. Now you're gonna trim me fit. But with nails, it's like you can fix your hair. We don't mind. It's fine. But with cutting, it's different.
Sense
So
of
don't
them
say,
which they were
say,
able
please.
to come here to be processed, and also very safe for them. People are leaving their respective communities. You just also look at what they're carrying, Fundo. They're carrying large bags, luggage, some mothers with
Yeah, I'm not
children.
alive for ladies. You guys like braid, people that braid hair, people that do nails. I'm glad that more women, black South African women, are gonna be in that market now. Because they make a lot of money. You guys make money. You know, so I'm glad for that. So because they would do our hair, they could braid. But that's the thing. There's nothing that they can do that we can't do. It's just that uh at the time we didn't see the need to learn, but now it's just like we just need to learn and that's it. It's not like they knew from birth how to do it, they also learned, so that's it.
Imagine trying to move an entire family. It's not.
Oh,
It's not easy. Although I must say, we've also been seeing at the nearby long
dog,
distance.
do you understand that we moving a whole country? This is not just a family, this is a whole country on its own. This is Malawi phelele, akusana muntu le Malawi, Zimbabwe, Nigeria, akusana bantu. I saw Sia do a vlog in Nigeria. I was surprised that there's no more people in Nigeria. Me, when I was watching Ake and Papo, nigga, they couldn't even walk in the streets because it was that full. Now, it's Aksana spacey. Because I can't. Same time.
Association
Hi.
taxi ranks. We've been seeing quite a large number of people there that are also boarding taxis. We understand, obviously, those are heading
Transport
to
right now is making a lot of
Mozambique and
money.
Eswatini. But of course, for the Malawian nationals, it will be slightly more challenging for them. And so the issue here is going to be what is going to happen now to these people that are now continuing to arrive here. The authorities can simply not allow them or leave them outside for their safety. The aim was to try and clear the site as quickly as possible, which is why they worked overnight, brought in more buses. And so we'll have to get an update from the Department of Home Affairs or the officials in terms of what they're going to do as these, desperate people who are coming here keep on arriving. How are they going to manage them? How are they then going to be able to get to safety so that they too can get on the buses? As I was pointing out to you, Mfundo, I mean, I'm just looking at the numbers, and of course,
Wait. Now that I'm thinking of it, why can't they just pay? Why can't they just pay? I'm not saying let them pay like 500. No, I'm just saying they could pay like a young few $50. 50 rand to go. Tabaleza, because they've been beba tabalez, beba tabalaza, beba. So let them work. Just 50 rand. Tell them 50 rand, then you're out. That's how we make at least profits. What you guys think? Because now it's for free. You tell me all these people don't have money. All of them. Guys. And where they're going to be rich. Our currency is stronger than other African currencies. So they're going to be rich. Not all African, but some of them, most, yeah. So why can't we make them pay?
For what, 2 weeks that we've been following the story almost on a daily basis. We've been looking at the numbers, and as much
Back
as
to
we see
sender.
the buses
Back
leaving,
to sender.
I think this morning about 7 buses, Fundo, left from this particular site. But also look at the numbers, Fundo. A bus only takes.
And I'm a child of God, ne? But there's never in the Bible where love thy neighbor as you love yourself, right? But when thy neighbor is now hurting you and your family, it says protect your family. Family is not just blood like mom, dad, sister, brother, auntie, uncle, grandmother. Family is the people, like Israel is a family. The people of Israel. That's why they went away from captive of Pharaoh, because they Israelites. Pharaoh wanted to do his own thing, So that's your family, not just your immediate family. So it does say it's not like we don't. Okay, at this point we don't love them, but we do love them because they are brothers and sisters. At the end of the day, it's just that the way they treated us. That's it. We're not fighting. We're not saying let them die or I hope they die in the country. We're not saying all of that. We're just saying please exit our country. That's it. Because you guys have done enough damage. In the past, a xenophobic attack, okay, sure. That was wrong. We learned from that. Now we just like we're not trying to create a xenophobic attack. But if you attacking Egyptians, then the Egyptians are also gonna, like it's a battle at the end of the day. But we never even said we're gonna kill all of them and da da da. I feel like there's gonna be killing. I hope not, but I feel like there is because some of them don't want to go, and some of them want them to go by force. Some don't want them to go by force, so they're gonna retaliate, and now that's gonna create a bloodbath. That's the only reason. But you see how we even taking our own resources and everything to make sure that they arrive gashi. So they can't even say anything bad.
60 plus people. If you've got over 10,000 people that are here, how many buses will it take for those?
I would say so because family is someone you can trust and rely on. Facts. Facts. Like I'm saying, the Egyptians, some Egyptians were not blood Egyptians. They were like family Egyptians. What you say? Family, someone you can trust, you can rely on. You guys became a family because you all come from different tribes. Zulu, Swat, Xhosa, Ndebele. You come together and make a family. Hence I'm saying family is not just blood because we come from different places and we unite and make a family. Sometimes you don't even trust your own family, like your sister, your brother, your mother, your father. You trust your friend more, who's not family. Because blood, yes, but in terms of stabbing you, family blood will stab you more than the outsider, which is like, so family is not just blood. Family is someone that you can create a relationship with and have each other's back, and so
To get through.
and at a point we treated them like family, like, yo, nah, we don't care. I'm from Zimbabwe, we don't care, he's our brother and sister. But now they took advantage, and now from Nigeria, we like every foreigner nation, we're happy for them to come. We're like excited. Now we'll take you as our own child. But now if that own child now decides to destroy the family, now we can't all perish because of one person. So that one person has to go.
1,000 people already. In terms of the numbers of people that had been repatriated from the site, it was well over 20,000. And so that is the issue that the
Over
authorities have.
20,000.
Of course, it's a situation that no one had planned for. And so now over the next couple of hours, the question is going to be what is now going to happen to these people that are now finding themselves stranded. It's not safe for them. Something has to happen, and they need to be given some.
It's not even safe for us, for them to be in the streets like that.
Shelter, whilst the authorities then figure a way for them to be able to be accommodated, and so that they.
You see, we're still accommodating them. We're still creating shelters, transport. We're not just saying let them be out in the streets and see what they do. We still where's a shelter for them? Meanwhile, we're not bad people. We're just tired.
Can be able to get home. It's a race against time, Mfundo.
Yeah, it's a race against time. Kausa niba kusasa zakhala.
Monitoring what has happened, and eventually in terms of how are they going to be able to deal with this situation that is unfolding here at the Durban Drive-In? Fundo?
Ayanda, we trust you to keep us abreast of all developments on that story. Thank you very much, SABC News reporter Ayanda Mhlongo, speaking to us there from the Old Durban Drive-In. Well, most certainly many would say the story now has two legs, one in KZN and one in Limpopo, so we'll definitely do the right thing. We'll be touching base with our reporters in Limpopo, Musina, to now establish the situation at the new repatriation center, because there will most certainly be a lot of questions to ask authorities around the housing of these individuals that are coming there, the safety thereof. Are there enough funds or even resources to house them across Musina? So most certainly quite a lot of
And if there's enough funding for that, but there's not enough funding for things we want, that's fucked up. If they better say they don't have money. They better say they don't have money. Because there's no way they say, imali khona. But I know, that'd be fucked up.
KZN and Limpopo from this point.